Hello, in this video I shall be giving the analysis on a topic. The topic is taxation that is following the market dictates impacts equality and rights. So this means that taxation, if this completely follows the market trend, how the good is in the open market, if this follows this parameter, that might impact equality and rights. For example, if the market value of a good is high, that good tends to have more taxation on it, which impacts the end customer. So certain goods that are very essential or that are very sensitive, those goods, those customers will also be affected because of high taxation. So this will impact their rights, and this will impact their equality. So we'll see how that's going. For example, there is a recent Supreme Court case over GST on mobility aids. So mobility aids are those wheelchairs, tricycles, braille paper and braille watches, things like this that are used by disabled people. So these mobility aids are very sensitive goods as they are used by these disabled people. So there is GST on these goods, which is not healthy for these people. So they cannot afford, all disabled people cannot afford these mobility goods which are highly essential to them. So this is a debatable topic. So this impinges upon those disabled people's freedom, as they cannot, if they cannot afford to these goods, they cannot move, they cannot be having their right to freedom, and this will also impinges upon their right. So even the disabled people have got their own rights, and when they can't afford to these things due to high GST and due to the overall price rise about of all these mobility aids, this will also impinge upon their rights. This is negative to their rights, and this is also discriminating them in a way that they cannot afford these goods. So as under this news or under this wake of incidents, we'll see what is goods and services tax and how this is impacting these sensitive goods. And even not just in India, there were cases in even Canada and Colombia, in countries like this, on this debatable issue of how tax is impacting fundamental rights. Tax on certain sensitive goods is impacting certain fundamental rights of people. So this is a debatable topic even in the world view, like it has got cases in high courts of Canada and Colombia. So GST regarding goods and services tax, this has come up in July 2017 in India, and the aim, as told by the central government while introducing GST, the aims were simplify tax structure. So this is expected to simplify the tax structure, as the tax structure of India is very complex and it is very multi-layered. So there are taxations in every stage of the market, and it's also a complex frame of taxation system that we were having. So in order to simplify all of this tax structure, GST has come up. And the second aim is to subsume the extant indirect taxes. We know that most of these indirect taxes are now taken away under GST as one taxation. So there are so many extant, wide range of indirect taxes. So these are subsumed and made into one unified taxation system. So this is the next aim. And the third aim is to have a unified overall common market throughout the country. So the market system and the taxation system will both be unified and common with GST. So these are the three aims under which GST has come up. And finally, consumption tax on the supply of all manners of goods and services is going to be the GST. So final consumption tax at the level of consumption, after a good is manufactured, after it is transported, after it is made, it is value added, it finally reaches the customer. So at that consumption level, taxation for all the supply of all manners of goods and services, this GST has become the sole taxation system in India right now. And the benefit of it, as told by the government while introducing, was this would promote liberty and equality in the country, because as all the states are pooling their sovereignty or right to taxation. So these, until GST has come, these states are collecting the taxes. After GST has come, they all are pooling these taxes to the union by GST. So that's how when all the states are pooling their sovereignty or their taxations or their rights to the union, there will be liberty and equality, so that the union can distribute these benefits of taxes to all the states equally or in equity form, whatever needs then they must have, to whatever extent they can have this GST distribution to them. So this is ensuring liberty and equality because all states are giving it to the union under one head of GST. This is the benefit as told by the center, and the drawback that we can observe over this period of 2017 to so far, there are little drawbacks. The drawbacks are, though this is creating liberty, though this is creating equality amongst all states, the states lost their fiscal autonomy. Fiscal autonomy means financial independence. So until GST has come, all the states were having their own financial independence. They were able to make their own tax laws, they were able to collect their own taxes, and they were able to make their own independent decisions on these taxes and independent usage of these taxes as they wish. But after GST has come, all these states lost their financial autonomy or independence, and now they have to depend on government, on the central government, to give them back these GST fruits of GST, or to give them back this inputs, all of the inputs the center gets out of GST. So they have to depend now. So they lost their fiscal autonomy. This is one drawback. And the second drawback is market determining the goods to be taxed. So the markets are going to determine the goods to be taxed. For example, the best example is this mobility aids. For example, if mobility aids, these wheelchairs and all disability related goods, if they are having high market value, they will be taxed more. When they are taxed more, they will be harming to these disabled people because they cannot purchase these high priced mobility aids and they will be restricted to homes. So this is how it is going to impact. So market determining the goods to be taxed is not a positive thing, and it's a drawback under GST. And finally, the topic now that we are discussing, that is GST on mobility aids. To see the taxation on mobility aids from the beginning, earlier in pre-GST period, when GST was not existing, there was no VAT, no value added tax on these mobility aids. So states were not imposing value added tax on mobility aids because they are sensitive goods. And GST phase, during this GST phase, there is 5% GST on these mobility aids right now. So this is increasing the overall price of the goods, and this is a threat to dignity. So dignity of these disabled people, as they cannot purchase it, they cannot move, they depend solely on these goods. So this is causing it is an affront to the dignity of the disabled people. Because this GST is being collected on mobility aids, because this is going to benefit the manufacturer. For example, if a manufacturer needs to make a wheelchair, he needs to put some input in it. He needs to buy aluminium. On this, he needs to pay tax. So this tax, he gets it back through the credit that he gets from GST. So that's why these mobility aids are taxed with GST. So this is benefiting the manufacturer, but it is a threat to the dignity of the user, that is the disabled person. And finally, the way forward, or what to do, is the parliament must come out with a good design or a policy. It must waive away or exempt these taxes that these manufacturers are putting on the inputs, like to make a wheelchair, all the inputs they make, these manufacturers must be exempted from these taxes, so that there would not be GST on these goods. And credit for these taxes that are paid on inputs must be provided to these manufacturers. And Constitution's equality code must be followed. Constitution speaks about equality, so these disabled people need also the equal treatment as like all other citizens. And disability is a very sensible issue, or sensible consideration issue. So this must be treated with a distinct policy, unlike all other goods. And disability related goods need exemption. So finally, we must take the example of Canada and Australia, where these mobility aids have no GST at all. So this must be taken as example. And fundamental human needs ultimately must not be costly. So they must not have GST on them. They must not have high taxations on them. So this is about this taxation thing and all, and the analysis on the topic. And thank you.